What's good, everybody? So, I always did kind of think of myself as a Chillihead, born and raised. It wasn't until the pandemic when things kind of got extreme, so to say. But before the pandemic, it was always kind of, banana peppers, jalapenos, grocery store hot sauce, Frank's Red Hot. I used to love sweet chili heat. So yeah, there was always spice there, right? It kind of got more extreme during the pandemic. We started the YouTube channel, trying to entertain friends and family. I don't think we entertained anybody, but I'm kidding. But and then we started doing challenges, and then it wasn't before long till we just the spicy challenges pulled me in that direction. The Pocky chip was the first real spicy thing I've done, and I loved it. I actually said after the video I was never doing anything that extreme again, but I didn't know it at the time, but I was hooked. But for any newer chili heads coming along, you don't got to be that extreme. You can do kind of what I was doing before the pandemic and just enjoying spice at a simpler level, where you're enjoying the chili powders, the hot sauces, the jalapenos. Like, I didn't have my first habanero until the first heat wave 2021. I went and bought habaneros trying to get ready for that competition, and I was using the habaneros, practicing quite a bit going into that competition, and we had a lot of fun going into heat wave. And that brings me to the other point I wanted to talk about is with your heat tolerance. Everyone talks about heat tolerances, and everyone's trying to grow their heat tolerance. But I would say to any new beginner starting out, to have fun with the burn. That's kind of what I did, pushing myself in them challenges early on in YouTube. I was having fun with the burn, and there's always going to be somebody with a higher heat tolerance than you. So I think the most important thing is to enjoy the burn within your own tolerance, within your own way of doing a challenge, and don't make it a competition between people, right? I mean, you can always just have fun and enjoy the burn at your own pace. There's always going to be somebody better with a higher heat tolerance than you. So, and I think for me, still to this day, I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun on YouTube, in the spice in general. I feel like as a chili head, I feel like branches are starting to grow off in different areas, and we're talking about heat tolerance, but that is one aspect of being a chili head, of what you can handle. But I think the more important thing is having fun. But besides that, we're branching out into hot sauces now, and also growing pepper plants, right? Like, I definitely want to do more serious reviews on some hot sauces, and my next review for a hot sauce will be Tonic from Island Sun, Canada. I'm excited to try that. I got a few ideas I'm working on. I think it's going to be good. I hope Jeff likes it. And then besides that, we got the peppers growing now, and I think that's going to be fun, right? Like, I just feel as a chili head, right? I feel like there's so many branches sprouting out, and I feel like I'm growing as a chili head, learning as a chili head the more I go. And so, but that's kind of what my point was. There's so much more to it than just heat tolerance, right? And I know I'm guilty of it as well. I always make a big deal about my heat tolerance and where I'm at. But I think it just, I don't know if I'm turning into a hobbyist or what, I don't know. But I love the growing aspect of it. We do have a green thumb from the past, so but I want to try to get better at growing. You know, we are doing a few reaper plants right now, and very excited for that. I think a few of them are dead. I think they're out in the frost, and I pulled a couple in right away. I pulled 2 in right away. Well, 1 in first right away, and the second one came in shortly after. But I left the other 3 or 4 out, and I think they got frostbitten. So yeah, but I just feel as a Chillihead, you know, we're branching out in all these different areas. I love it. I love the spice game. I still love doing extreme challenges. So that's definitely still going to be a base and a focal point for us. You know, and then besides that, I still want to, you know, stay local and stay small within YouTube and as being a Chillihead. And I think that's important for me, right? Like, we're Canadian. I definitely want to go to the Canadian competitions. You know, for me, I don't need to go to the US to compete. You know, I think it's, for me, I am a Canadian Chillihead, and I want to stay local, and I want to stay here with all the hot sauce makers that are in Canada. There's so many good ones, guys, you know, that are in Canada right here today. And you know, this community in Canada is so good, and I'm so happy and so glad to be a part of it, right? And I think there's big things to come. I think there's something to be said about staying local and staying small. Like, of course, people always want bigger numbers on YouTube, and, you know, but for us, we're just happy having that small group of people that watch us, that are entertained by us, and I'm so thankful to have that. So I think with me, you know, and YouTube, I feel like there's so many branches coming off of YouTube, and as a growing Chillihead. And for YouTube, like, we want to continue to do live streams, short videos, maybe just talks like this, you know, competitions, hot sauce events, reviews. There's a whole bunch of different things we want to dive into. And same as a Chillihead, I feel like there's so many branches sprouting off and growing, and I'm excited for the grow. Like, we had our first grow this year, and it went okay, but I think this year is going to be a better year. I do have Primatali seeds from Simon. I am going to reach out to Simon and see if I can grow the seeds. I got the seeds out of his Primatali, red Primatali, and if he's okay with that, then I'm going to be growing Primatalis. But I'm sure he don't care. I just want to reach out first and, you know, get his input back first before I do that. And then so we're going to be growing. We're going to be doing a lot of different things. We're going to have some edited videos too on the challenges, but there's also going to be some, you know, live streams again and all that good stuff. We're gonna continue to bring you know, a different type of, I don't want to be put into one thing and just as a Chillihead do strictly challenges. Sorry guys. I think there's so much more that we can dive into and, you know, and open up. So definitely for, you know, being a Chillihead in Canada, I think it's a great thing. We got so many great big cities beside us that, you know, like I got a few ideas about Toronto I would love to do, and we got another big city, Montreal, which is only a few hours away, and great big beautiful cities, right, that, you know, I want to show you guys the Canadian side of being a Chillihead and growing peppers, you know, and our hot sauce here in Canada. I think there's so many great people in this community and so many great hot sauces, and I think you guys should know about it. And, you know, going to the growing side of things, you know, for us it was tough because I don't know if I could have grown peppers because I got so many trees in our yard, right? There's so many trees around my yard. It's so hard to grow anything. So for me, you know, I was discouraged a lot of years from trying to do it. But now, after researching and, you know, I'm going to try to be doing a little bit of indoor grow and transferring outside to an outdoor grow. And that's kind of going to be what I'm doing every year. So I'm going to, like right now, these reapers, once I'm going to start probably the Primatali seeds pretty soon, maybe in the new year. And then I want to have them ready to go. I want to have them like at least a foot high before I put them outside, you know, in May or June, and let them have a full season, hopefully. I think that's what we have to do in Canada. One sec, guys. Hi, can I get an extra large regular coffee? Yeah. That's it. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, there's big things coming, guys, and you know, there's a lot of ideas swirling around, a lot of branches sprouting off of things we want to go and do, and I just, you know, I feel very fortunate and blessed to have our YouTube family, and you know, I don't need it to grow into this big, huge channel. I'm so happy to be where we are. I'm so happy to be in the Spice Game where we are in Canada. I'm so grateful for all that, for all the friends we made within the community. It's truly been a blessing, and you know, I'd highly recommend anybody starting out. You don't even got to be on the YouTube side of things, like I was saying. You just start out small, like I did, and see where it takes you. Right? You can. There's so many great aspects to it. Is what I'm finding out now. You know, I used to just love the burn and burning, but now I'm loving the. Like I said, I don't know if I'm turning into a hobbyist. I'm loving the reviews of hot sauce. I'm loving, you know, learning about growing. I still watch a lot of people doing challenges on YouTube, but I'm also learning the growing side of things, and you know, different aspects of the chili world like that. So this is probably going to be something new we're going to be doing, where we're going to be talking more instead of just doing challenges all the time. One sec, guys. Debit. Thank you. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, you know, for a title for this kind of thing. Is it, I was thinking Chillihead Confessions of a Chillihead, Chillihead Chronicles. Like, I really don't know. But you guys tell me what you guys think. And also, if you like the video or not. If you don't like it, that's fine too. Tell me in the comments, guys. It's all good, right? That's what we're all about here. So yeah, you know, I think that's gonna do it for the first episode of Confessions of a Chillihead. But you know, this video may be too long for some too, right? And I understand that, but it's just going to be something where I want to come on and talk to you guys and be real and tell you guys what's going on and just have a real conversation about being a real Chillihead in Canada, and the highs and the lows and everything in between. And believe me, guys, I'm not perfect, so I get a lot of stuff wrong, and you know, I want to show you guys everything. I want to take you guys inside a monster heat. And so yeah, that's my thinking, that's my process. We're still going to do everything else too. I just feel like everything's been growing and branching out, so stay tuned. There's big things coming, and that's going to do it for me, guys. Cheers.